started. Thank you guys for coming. I appreciate you guys coming in person. I think it's wonderful to see everybody face to face. Our next meeting, I'm just going to mention, is also going to be here at Montgomery County Fairgrounds, and then back in June, we're going to have our holiday party over at the Ag History Farm Park. So I hope to see some of you guys there as well. I want to thank, those folks that came out. We had a little spring cleanup. We had a good number of master gardeners there. It went very well. We cleaned out the shed. We did tent inventory. We labeled things. It was a lot of work, and I appreciate that. The other thing is it's coming up this April 4th at 9 o'clock is the day, folks, if they want to participate in the upcoming Master Gardener training program. If you know of anybody, it's going to go live to, just a, sort of like Ticketmaster or something like that, and it goes pretty quick. I'm serious. If you get up late, you're going to miss it. So it's April 4th at 9 a.m. I sent out the announcements that anyone was on the list that we've had. I'm going to send it out. Unfortunately, sometimes I think that might go into a spam folder, or somebody may not know about it. But it's April 4th. And if you want to know more information about it, just email me, either directly or email me on mgmont. That's our email address. Let's see. Check lights here. I know we're going to talk more about our upcoming plant sale. David's here. He's going to talk to us about that. Name badges. The name badges are right up here by Joe. If you are, missing a name badge, or we have made a name badge for you, and you want to pick it up, they're here. Check it out. Pick them up. Joe's got them. And I think at this point, I'm just going to pass the baton over here to our President Lenny.
Good morning, everybody. It's so good to see you in person. I'm ready to get started for the year. But we'll start today with some recognitions. Let's see. There we go. So we'll recognize the Communications Committee or Program. So Iman Zohar is the Program Director for that, and the things that they have underway. They're working on the Master Gardener Annual Report, which is our forward-facing document that goes to, county executive, and kind of just tells about what we've done, how many hours, volunteer hours, and the programs that we're doing. So kind of cool. And we've got some social events coming up, June picnic, as well as some intern opportunities to meet them. So things going on. And the Seed newsletter, Allison Edwards is in charge of that. She's been in charge of that a couple of years, 2-3 years. And she's the one that kind of plans out what the issue is going to look like. And she has many people that help her collect information, do the revisions, but she's the final say on what goes in. And she makes sure that it meets the University of Maryland style guide for color and font and all those things. And then Pella Soto has been stepping in at least for a year, maybe a little bit longer, and she does a lot of the editing and initial fact-checking of things that are going to go in the newsletter. So thank you to her. And then we have 2 copy editors, Amy Henchy and Betty Wooster. So they're very experienced. They go through and edit and fact-check as well. And Betsy was involved in taking the style guide and making it something that our Master Gardeners can use. And then Len Friedman and Dean Eveling, thank you, sorry about that, Dean, are the ones who deal with all the photos. So they go to events and take photos or ask for photos from events. So if you are anywhere, take some pictures of the other Master Gardeners and the events that are going on. Please don't get pictures of people that are residents from Montgomery County. Try to get the focus on the Master Gardener, and you can have the participants in the background. Did that make sense? Yeah. And anyway, and Len said we did, this past year we didn't have a lot of photos, so please take photos as you do things. And then John Davis and Jenna Boyig are compiling the continuing education opportunities. So we appreciate them stepping in, I guess, at the end of 2025 and getting that going. And then social events and intern hospitality, Carol Kosry and Sue DeGrava, they're responsible for, and I'm helping them, but they're responsible for the June picnic, this December holiday party, and then the intern job fair. So any kind of social event they're working on. And garden educators, Pam Hossamer and Carol Kosry are the chairs of that. So Pam's crew works with the little first graders. They do a demo garden tour and they do some lessons. If it rains, they go to the schools and do a rainy day lesson. So it's really nice. And Carol's their administrator, superior, keeping track of all the requests and getting the master gardeners organized. Public relations, we all know Leanne Galettley. She worked on our PR materials, so business card, the Sunny Shady flyer, as well as a new garden tips flyer. Remember the old one that unfolded? Well, this is just front and back of one page. So you'll start seeing those at plant clinics and other places. She also works on doing garden signs. Hillary Longo is co-chair with her with PR. She's been working on the annual report and exploring ways for us to make better contact with Montgomery County residents. Okay, so that's the end of that. So thank you to all those people. And in May, we'll do years of service, and we'll also be recognizing the 2024 and 2025 interns. So that's coming up next month. Okay, Master Gardener dues. We have 152 people who have paid their dues. Thank you so much. They are voluntary, but they do provide a great deal of our funding for the yearly work we do. So they're $25, 3 ways to pay. You can go to Eventbrite and pay online. It'll cost you $3.50 to do that, but it's easy. You can use your credit card. Or you can send a check payable to the University of Maryland to Steve at Derwin, or you can pay to the University of Maryland Foundation, which is then tax deductible. And it goes into a separate account, and we spend it from that separate account. But any way you want to do it, if you'd like to pay dues, that would be wonderful. Those are the 3 ways. And this will be in our the minutes from our meeting, the announcements. So you don't need to copy it down right now. Anything else I need to say, Sue? All right, good. Okay, then I'll do some other announcements. Can we have some lights? Can somebody grab a light? That's right, never mind. Now there's a light. Okay, here we go. Montgomery County Master Gardener Plant Sale. Oh, there we go. And Durwood Garden Tour. So Montgomery County Master Gardener Plant Sale and Durwood Garden Tour are coming on April 25th. They need your help in getting out the word about the event. If you use social media like Nextdoor or Instagram or Threads or Facebook, or if you're on a neighborhood listserv, please share the electronic copies of the Spring Sprouts flyer. And I know Steve just sent that out, and we'll probably send it out again. But if you can get the word out, that would be great. And Dave's going to talk in a minute. He needs a little bit of help with the plant sale. Plant clinics. Plant clinics around the county are opening next week, and they run throughout the summer until October. Many volunteer spots are already filled, but there's still a few waiting for you, especially if you're an intern. There's a designated spot for interns in every plant clinic on signup.com, and most of them are still open. If an intern does not fill a designated spot 2 weeks in advance of the plant clinic, then Master Gardeners are welcome to take that spot. Okay? So normally there's 2 spots for Master Gardeners, 2 spots for interns, but if the interns don't fill it... Oh, 1 spot? Oh, pardon me, thank you. Thank you for the correction. Anyway, so you can sign up. So interns, please sign up for your most convenient location and date on signup.com before you lose that opportunity. And there are plenty of Saturday and Sunday openings. Interns will always be paired with 1 or 2 experienced Master Gardeners, so nothing to be anxious about. You'll learn a lot and meet a lot of other Master Gardeners and have fun. Community events, yay! Spring is here, and with it comes a full lineup of community events where we can share our knowledge and love of gardening. We'd love your help representing the Master Gardeners at some of these upcoming events. So I'm going to just name a few. We have a spring native plant sale that's on the 18th, so that would be a Saturday. Is that Saturday? Yes, it's a Saturday. Spring Fest at Transfiguration Parish, which is on the 17th and 18th. Montgomery Green Fest, which is in Black Rock this year, on the 25th of April. Agriculture Education Tailgate Day. Ooh, that sounds like fun. May 15th. At these events, volunteers will help answer garden questions, engage with the community, and support outreach efforts, often alongside plant sales or educational opportunities. You can get more information and sign up on the Community Events volunteer page. The link will be shared in the announcement email that Carol sends out, as well as on Groups.io. And I didn't know this. We have some Master Gardeners who are going to be sharing their gardens, opening their gardens up. On May 16th, Master Gardeners Richard and Bonnie Kramer, as well as Carol Emerson, will be sharing their gardens. Their gardens will be on display from 10 to 4 as part of the Sandy Spring Museum Garden Tour. So if you have time on the 16th, you could go see 2 of our Master Gardeners' gardens, as well as I think there's 4 more. So it's a nice thing. So garden tour on May 16th. And lastly, Friends of Brookside Gardens plant sale. The Friends of Brookside Gardens will be having their annual plant sale on Sunday, April 19th. They're open 9 to 10 for members only, but you could become a member and join at the sale, so you could get the early bird, 9 to 10, or they're open from 10 to 1 for the public, and they always have very, very nice plants. So if you have time, you can do that. All right, let me introduce Dave Calicio, who's going to talk about the plant sale.
Good morning, everybody. I just want to add one thing to Linda's comments about the dues, and that is that our operating income this year is falling short of our expenses, and so we're in the red. We're using funds from past fundraisers to fund this year, and that's one of the reasons why we're running the plant sale. But I will say that when I saw voluntary dues, I thought, well, voluntary, maybe not necessary. But actually, voluntary means you don't have to pay the dues to be a member, but they are very necessary to get us out of the red and into the black. And that leads me to another add-on to Linda's comments. We had Leanne Gilletley to recognize for the work that she, with the team, created some plant signs very quickly. They were beautiful. And Joe and Janet were in this past week laminating them for us. So the plant sale is April 25th from 10 to 2 for the public. Master Gardeners are invited to shop beginning at noon. What we're trying to do is establish this as the first annual fundraiser that will grow as time grows. We want to give the public a chance to see what it is that we're offering and us to get an idea of what they want to be able to have successful sales in the future. We have a number of choice volunteer options that haven't been picked up yet, set up and clean up We're also looking for someone who was willing to greet the public and find out what they liked about the plant sale and what they'd like to see us do differently in the future. And almost lastly, please share the flyer as, sorry about that, that's my other Master Gardener group. Please share the flyer. We need to have people know that we're having a sale. And lastly, thank you to the 2 persons who have donated the 2-liter bottles that we're going to need to hold our plants on. So thank you for those people.
So I am wondering here, who likes free plants? So before the Master Gardener meeting next month, so before and after, we are going to have a plant swap. This is the plant swap we've normally had. So you can bring pretty much anything you want to swap for in the normal format. But an exciting addition this year, after I reached out to some of you, was we are also going to have a pre-arranged plant swap. And then we've had some emails out there. I know there's some confusion, but if you have questions, please ask me in person. I can handle it all. The exciting addition this year is that the pre-arranged swap will be before the meeting in the parking lot by the Old Timers building. And what you're asking you to do is think of your dream plant list. That is your wants. And then think about what you have to swap. Put it onto Gardeners Connected, and you can, that way you have a chance to arrange swaps for specific things you want. It also could be things like, I want things for dry shade, that's my situation. Or it could be, I have something very big, I don't want to bring it unless somebody wants it, I don't care, I'll give it to you free, I just want to know that somebody wants it. You could do that as well. So, if you have questions, the team is myself, Anne, and Blair, and you can either talk to me or email us, and we're happy to answer your questions. But next month.
Help me real quick. I'm PJ Hallberg. I just wanted to make an announcement. If anyone hasn't heard, the DC Environmental Film Festival is having a screening of a movie, Gardening for the Planet, next Thursday on the 9th at Brookside Gardens. It's free, but they're encouraging you to sign up through Active Montgomery for the lecture. They're going to have screen the movie and then have a panel discussion of experts. And I will give this information to Carol. And it runs from 6:30 to 8:15 p.m. Yes. Okay, good. And yes.